Chapter 17, Black Friday. There is nothing more chaotic than Black Friday, and it starts on Thanksgiving for some stores. I have volunteered those shifts twice in the time I have been working at Nikki's. I get to choose my shift, which is why I volunteer for it. Of course, last year I was on floor support. However, I was thrown on a register at home area and was bombarded by people asking questions and asking about the rebate as well. It was crazy, but apparently not as crazy as some years. Some people are getting stuff left and right, and it was non-stop till it slowed down. I was even folding tables as well since the chaos slowed down. It wasn't too bad, and on those days the shift flies by. And it's not boring. Traffic can be the worst after the craziness. This year was different, and it was more mellow. I was able to pick the shift, so I picked 4:30 to 10:30. It was a different area to get a break. Luckily, when I was there, I saw the schedule. I was happy. No register at all for me. Instead, I was on cleaning, last chance, and covering breaks. It was kind of making me nervous to work on Thanksgiving, but it wasn't too bad. Just cleaning and putting stuff away, and I didn't have to worry about the register except for 2 breaks. I was running clothes, and they even fed us, which was cool. The customers weren't even mean. They were nice. They did ask questions, but it was mainly about the bathroom, and a few times I had to walk them to the area since I doubt they could find it on their own. Also, there are rebates for some of the items, and they thought it meant it was free. No, stupid. You have to mail it in. It doesn't mean it will show up free on the register. They made me want to drink, and I did drink that night. But actual Black Friday was up the wall fucked. I worked 10:30 to 4:30. Already lines were crazy, and getting a parking space was hard. It was seriously hard seeing lines when I first came in. I was thrown on the register, and it was that bad. And the person who was supposed to be there was there and threatened to walk out. I had to ring while my coworker took her break, and it was person after person. Lines were so crazy, there were other registers placed in departments too. There were even people trying to go to shorter lines, and a lot of them were long. I was everywhere and trying to run close, but there was too much. And at one point, I was watching a register, not only fighting the employee on how to do a search, but a customer too. I was trying to find the dude a sheet in a king-sized, and I couldn't find it at all. Also, the way I was taught wasn't the right way, and the customer kept being an asshole over it, saying, "Well, I need these king-size sheets." Whatever, old dude. I got so frustrated when my relief arrived, I walked off. These customers were something else, and they were giving a shit over the rebates. Lines after lines, and some looked at the pile of clothes they left behind me and was shocked we had to put them away. Like, who else will? Elves? It's our job. And that didn't stop people from leaving stuff there. And then a crock pot was left since the dude didn't want it, since he would have to mail in rebates. Lines were constant, and the place kept getting messy, since people have no idea how to be decent human beings. And I did joke about alcohol, and at one point the customer even said I would have 2, not just 1. I agreed. It was mainly serving people and answering questions. There were more people there than on Thanksgiving. It was a hectic day, the craziest day in retail history. I was all in the middle of it too. Lines were crazy, and there were impatient people. Also, the person with me was late, so it was me constantly ringing with no end in sight. By the time it was over, I ran out so fast it wasn't even funny. The dude didn't even get his sheets and wound up saying I was holding up the line like an asshole. Black Friday was chaotic as hell. I am free to be off those days. I will never work that day again. Ever. I will always be off that day and never run to another register again.